Good morning, and welcome to Let's Play, where we play games in my Steam and GOG library. And about 3 weeks ago, I took my first look at this game, Deadly Harvest. So I promised we would go through the next level together. And I played through it a couple times. And I've also managed to make my character a little more powerful. And by more powerful, I mean she's actually rather OP now. I was kind of surprised how strong she does get. I also noted that when I did a playthrough of the first part, I decided to gather the mysterious pages to see what would happen. And when you gather them all, they give you a clue for something to do in the next level, which is the village. So we are going to be attempting to do that. We're also going to attempt where I usually build a character that's focused on maximum gold gains. This time we're going to attempt a DPS build. Depends on what perks they give me during the game. So let's get started. Yeah, building a XP level or gold gathering build is pretty easy. As you can see, I mean, right out the gate, she's strong. Alright, so what do we want? We want Strange Candle. And Strange Candle turns out to be a very OP skill too. Especially when you max it. Which we will see. Alright, Talisman, Lemon Balm, Cherished Locket. We're good. Oh, I really wanted something different, but we're going to go with the Lemon Balm to give us health regen. Cast Iron Skillet, Talisman, and Sunstone. We're going to go with the Cast Iron Skillet. Ah, here we go. Gold-framed lens. We want this. This is the one item you absolutely want in this level, because that was one of the parts of the clue from the first level. 10% damage or haste. Ooh, so, okay, so all three of these would be good for a damage build. I'm actually going to go with haste. This time, hopefully, I will see that damage one show up again. But haste is really good. Critical damage. Ah, here we go. Damage for all weapons. And we have space for one more. So. The music in this level is very... a little bit on the creepy side, very interesting. Critical damage for all weapons. Or we could go with experience gain, which I usually use in my gold builds. Because when you max out all the weapons, all the experience you gain afterwards just converts to gold. But we're going to go with critical damage for all weapons. Alright, so... the lens suddenly feels warm to the touch. Okay. We're going to grab that. Haste, critical damage, or let's add an extra flame to our Strange Candle. But yeah, you can do your build a couple different ways. You can have a DPS build. You could have a tank build where you max out her health regen, and protections. Or you could have a XP slash gold build where you just focused on getting as much gold as possible. And obviously I don't need the gold. Yeah, every time I finish a round, I look at the things and I buy skills and I'm like, okay, for sure this time it's going to max out and I'm not going to be able to increase this any further. And so far that has not been the case. I mean, I don't know how much more OP she could possibly get. It's definitely funny and fun. But I'm surprised. Another thing, this game definitely needs an endless mode, which would be really nice. Just somebody could see how long they could last. Alright, so we've maxed out haste, which means all these skills are going as fast as they can go. Just about. Damage. Leyden Jar, which is our lightning skill. And there are some really nice skills. Pitchfork actually turns out to be a really good one. Because you end up with this practically endless stream of pitchforks. And you end up shooting 5 at a time. So yeah, it's really interesting. Hopefully we'll get that for the third one. Or I could start with that one next time. And we're working on maxing out all the actual fighting skills before we do the gold lens. Alright, now we've maxed out the cast iron skillet, and as you can see, it's a full 360 rotation, and now we have maxed out the flames. As you can see, that combined with the haste gives you a permanent barrier around you. And there's no gap in there anymore. Which is a pretty OP defensive skill if you think about it. Yeah, I mean, it's like practically nothing touches her. Okay. I think we're down to the last 2 items. Work on our critical damage. And there's only one thing left to level up. Gold framed lens. You feel compelled to look through the red lens. So we're going to go into the back door of the red house. And it gives us the clue of cross, which I assume is a gravestone, shovel, and 6 seconds. So, knowing that, we will take that into the final level when I do it, and I will not do it until I do it on video. So, I will not know what's going to happen either. Max upgrades, okay. Kill this rat. The rat boss did not last. And it looks like the whole rest of the game is going to be under a red haze. And like I said, she's just rolling through everything at the moment. Now I'm assuming at some point there will be things that can get through even this barrier. But yeah, between the cast iron skillet and the strange flames, she is pretty well insulated against almost anything coming near her. I may end up having to reset the whole game so I can start over, so I cannot feel so OP. Although, I'll be honest, I find this quite hilarious. And in fact, one of my favorite things to do in the first round is level her up, and then when the Headless Horseman shows up, see how long it takes before he can catch up with her. And the last time I did that, I led him on a merry 13-minute chase before he finally gave up. And it's quite hilarious to think that this supernatural creature, riding what I assume is a supernatural horse, can't keep up with one little Puritan woman on foot. I'd say this is a great game. Like if you just wanted to try out a Vampire Survivor-like game and just get the feel for it before you dive into Vampire Survivors or 20 Minutes Till Dawn or one of the other harder roguelike games, this is a good starting point. And it's only $1. Of course, if you just like Halloween-themed things, and you like the story of the Headless Horseman, this is also a good reason to buy this. But yeah, I'm absolutely charmed by this game. But, like I said, it does need like an endless mode or a reason to use the butterflies, which once you've unlocked all the weapons, you really have no need for them. Although I usually set myself the challenge of collecting at least 10 per round. So I have quite the collection of them now. I don't know, I feel like I should rescue them. There's still nothing's touched her. This is great. Alright. Let's see, we're up to 200 gold, 202. This isn't, like I said, my gold build. My gold gathering build, I would probably have 350, almost 400 gold at this point. So yeah, builds actually do matter. And her DPS is pretty good. There's also another critical damage skill that I could have used if I had gotten it. There's also a speed build. Say you just wanted her to be fast, you could do weapon haste along with player haste, and she would be super fast. Butterfly. Okay. And she's doing like, I see numbers in the 600 sometimes. So yeah, she's doing some big damage. I don't think you can make a wrong build with this. Ah, here's our next boss. Well, there he was. The walking tree is down. But, yeah, you can specialize builds depending on what you want to do. I mean, it's limited specializations, but it's still pretty fun. And your round is going to last a minimum of 15 minutes. Because you have 5 minutes, the first boss. 5 minutes, boss number 2. 5 minutes, and then your third and final boss, which is, of course, the Headless Horseman. I'd like to see somebody who could do the whole run without leveling up the character much. That wouldn't be me. I'd have to level it up a little bit, but I probably could have beat round 3 multiple times at this point. Even before getting this powerful. No lie, I have definitely gotten $1 worth of enjoyment out of this game. In fact, I've probably gotten 10 times that. Alright, we are about 3 minutes away from the Headless Horseman. And even though this isn't a gold build, I've still managed to get like 328 gold already. So that's not so bad. When we're done, I'll take a look at the upgrades so you can see exactly how I've allocated points. And surprisingly enough, I have not allocated very many points to damage. And yet she's still this OP. There's also a couple of achievements in Steam that I have not managed to complete yet. I think there's 15 total and I have 10 of them. Now one of those achievements might necessitate me resetting her. Because it could get decapitated by the Headless Horseman. And I'm pretty sure she's so OP at this point, he wouldn't be able to do it. I could be wrong. I might get proven wrong in the third section, or the third round. I love the graphics. Somebody did a very good job with these. I mean, are they a little basic? Yeah. But they match the game very nicely. And the wolves look like wolves, the rats look like rats. I mean, it's kind of funny watching giant pumpkins come at you and things like that. Yeah. The graphics are quite enjoyable. And I would say this is a pretty family-friendly game, too. You know, even for a scary Halloween story like the Headless Horseman, this one's pretty bloodless. Oh, where is he? There he goes. It took me 4 seconds to get rid of him. All right. So you should see, like I said, I've leveled up Factotium to 14, which gives me plus 42% weapon damage, plus 42% max health, plus 42% armor. And for the other 3, I have leveled them all up to 40. Opportunist, 100% critical chance, 240% critical damage, 120% gold increase. Surveyor, 120% weapon area, 120% movement speed, 400% pickup range. And Scholar, 120% weapon haste, 4 health per second, and 120% experience gain. And I have enough points to put 2 more into something, which we will probably put into damage for the cemetery, which will be the final round and will be for next time. But until then, bye for now.